Hello kids, welcome back. So today we are going to read some interesting stories. Let's get started. The first story is The Hare and the Tortoise. A hare in the jungle always made fun of the tortoise and called him the slowest runner in the world. One day, the tortoise was tired of the bullying and said, "I will defeat you in a race." The hare laughed and accepted the challenge. The race began and the tortoise started walking at a slow pace while the hare ran with speed. After a while, the hare stopped and looked back but could not spot the tortoise. Feeling confident, the hare decided to rest and fell asleep. The tortoise kept walking and overtook the hare. The hare woke up and was shocked to see the tortoise approaching the finish line. He ran as fast as he could, but the tortoise crossed the finish line and won the race. The humbled hare never made fun of the tortoise again. The moral of the story is slow and steady wins the race. Now let's go to our second story, The Ant and the Dove. One day, an ant fell into the river and was drowning. A dove saw the ant and decided to help him. She dropped a leaf in the water. The ant stepped on the leaf. The dove then carried the leaf back and placed it gently on the ground. The ant crawled to safety. "Thank you so much. I will always remember this," said the ant. After a few days, the ant saw a hunter. When she saw the hunter pointing an arrow at the dove, she was terrified. To save the dove, the ant immediately ran towards the hunter and bit his toe. "Ouch!" screamed out the man, losing concentration as he shot the arrow. The arrow missed the dove and she flew away to safety. The dove thanked the ant later. The moral of the story is, one good deed deserves another. Now let's go to our third story, The Swan and the Owl. A beautiful swan lived near a lake at the edge of the forest. One day, an owl saw the swan swimming gracefully across the lake and praised him. Soon they became friends and spent a lot of time together. One day, the owl said, "I am bored of this place. I must go back to my home near the lotus grove in the forest. Please visit my house anytime you want." A few days later, the swan went to meet the owl. Since it was daytime, the owl did not come out of its hole and asked the swan to wait for night. The swan was disappointed. Tired from his journey, the swan slept near the tree. At dawn, a group of merchants was passing by singing hymns. The owl replied with a loud and harsh hoot and hid in his hole. Considering it a bad omen, an angry merchant shot an arrow at the owl, but it hit the swan instead and killed it instantly. The moral of the story is, choose your friends wisely. Let's go to our next story. The Wise Gander. A flock of geese lived on a tree. One day, an old gander noticed a little vine growing around the roots of the tree. He advised the geese, if the vine grows big and thick, a hunter might easily climb it and trap us. But others ignored his warning, and the vine grew with time. One day, while the geese were gone, a hunter saw the tree and climbed it. He found several nests and left a net around them. The next morning, all the geese were trapped in it. The old gander said, "Don't panic. Act dead when the hunter comes and wait for the right time to escape." The hunter came and threw the birds down, thinking they were dead. To his surprise, the birds got up and flew away together. The geese found a safer place to live. The moral of the story is, never underestimate a threat. See you in the next video.